What's up guys, I'm Roman Comics and welcome to a new video. As you saw in the title, today I'll be talking about the reasons on why the reboot sucks. Now, some people wonder, why do I dislike the reboot? And it's for one simple reason. It's a downgraded version of the original. I already did this on Twitter, but I decided to do it on YouTube. So with that out of the way, let's get started. Let's start off with Ben. In the original series, he was a normal 10-year-old who got the Omnitrix. In the reboot, he acts childish 24/7. The original Ben understood he had a powerful device and that he could save lots of lives with it. This one, the one from the reboot, uploads videos on YouTube using the Omnitrix and fighting villains. So basically, he's an influencer. Like, the whole point of Ben having a secret identity and like keeping the Omnitrix a secret and keeping his hero life a secret was just so basically the government wouldn't like take him to Area 51 like we've seen in other alien movies, and just so that he could have a normal private life. Like later on we saw in Ultimate Alien where he never had privacy. But here he's literally uploading videos on YouTube using the Omnitrix and turning into aliens and stuff. So how come Area 51 don't get his ass? Next thing on the list, Grandpa Max and Gwen. Now let's start off with Gwen. Gwen has always had a tough love for her cousin. And that's what basically established their relationship. They would always prank each other, they would always mock each other. But then again, it would make the impactful moments, well, impactful. So how come in the reboot, they are best friends? Like, that literally makes no sense. There's no 10-year-old that has an annoying cousin, because yes, Gwen sometimes was annoying, that literally acts like, oh, we're best friends, I love you so much, la 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 la. And then that just takes away the impact of the moments. Like every time Ben was in trouble or the time that Gwen was in trouble, like you could actually see how much they cared for each other. But here in the reboot, having them always be lovey-dovey and shit, like, that takes away the impactful moments because now it's expected. Also, no anodyne heritage, no magic, no martial arts. They basically make Gwen useless. Now, let's focus on Max. Max was a badass plumber at his young age. Like, the dude was out here being a risk god, you know, conquering alien women all around the universe. Seriously, he has like 7 girlfriends. What the fuck? But here in the reboot, he just remembers some campus and decides to make barbecues. Uses a stick to fight an alien god. Like, really, why did you feel the need to ruin Grandpa Max? Like, I don't understand that, for example, Gwen is taking karate classes and she doesn't use martial arts yet, just to try to excuse the reboot's lack of good elements for Gwen, and that she doesn't know magic yet. But Grandpa Max is a grown-ass man who has been fighting aliens. Like, even Vilgax. He fought Vilgax even before Ben. And you're gonna tell me this guy is just gonna be like, oh yeah, this is the campus I went to, and yeah, I just want to make barbecues and shit. What? And the reboot doesn't stop ruining stuff there. They also ruined villains. Now, how can you make stupid villains? Like, you had the Steam guy, You have the other one that was basically a pedophile stalking Ben and Gwen. Like, that's the thing. Even in the original canon saga, the worst villains, you still remember their names. Like, some people say Cervantes was kind of bad. You had Animo, like, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't that cool either. You have the Forever Knight, you have Enoch. You have all these villains, and you still remember their names. But then again, how come you decide to create this stupid ass villain with no good story, no good motives? Literally, just you spawned him out of nowhere. Yeah, he's a bad guy. You'll love it. And also, they didn't just make trash ass villains. Charmcaster, the Forever Knights, Animo, all of them, they ruined them. They just gave them this simplistic and dumbass reasons to be villains. And we'll get to that later because, trust me, it gets worse. Now, it's no secret that the main antagonist for the whole Ben 10 saga is Vilgax. Right? Remember that gigantic squid monstrosity we all feared as a child? Well, now he's a talking ball spaghetti that can't deal with a 10-year-old influencer. Why exactly? Like, some people say that this Vilgax is the best Vilgax we've ever had. This has to be the best of the worst. Like, if you're so good at being bad, that would be Vilgax. And not in a good way. He's not a really good bad guy. Like, the dude is out here having conversations with Ben. Like, yeah, you know, I eat humans casually, like Monday to Sundays. And yeah, that's pretty chill. You want to know about more of my life? Well, yeah. Basically, he's not even the force of nature that he was back then. Like, he's just there, like, to be this type of villain that, oh, I'm strong and I'm gonna beat you, and then, oh, I'm caged. Well, I'm defeated. Goodbye. Like, Vilgax in the original series almost took the Omnitrix. Like, he was ready to, like, rip out Ben's arm and some shit like that. This one is just like, oh, do you know who I am? And, bro, you're caged. You were caged by a 10-year-old influencer, a useless girl, and an old man. Because that ain't Grandpa Max. And you consider yourself a villain? Now, let's talk about some of the aliens. These new aliens exist to replace the old ones. Like, for example, Overflow is meant to replace Ripjaws. Or, like, Slapback is meant to replace Ditto. Why exactly? Like, one just shoots water, and the other just gets heavier every time he duplicates. Like, what is the use of that? And let's not forget about the almighty Surge, who can't do anything unless he has others of his kind. Why is this needed? Other aliens include Shockrock, which basically is Frankenstrike mixed with Amphibian, mixed with Feedback. Like, again, we have aliens established that can do what the reboot aliens can. Actually, they can do a lot better. They have more personality, and like, their design and everything about them is just better than the ones in the reboot. So why did Cartoon Network feel the need to, like, make some watered down aliens when they already got some good ones? Another aspect from the original series that was ruined was Kevin. Like, how can you ruin Kevin 11? He was literally so cool in the original series with his ability to absorb energy and matter and actually absorb DNA. And they just made him this lame ass dude that created an Omnitrix out of junk. Like, how stupid do you have to be to say, like, okay, let's make this dude completely useless, and somehow create a really powerful device, a powerful alien device with garbage. Like, who thought this was a good idea? Their asses need to be fired. Now let's talk about the plot. The plot itself is not good. Like, it's all just cringy jokes, dumbed down villains. You have zero connection with the characters, zero connection with the villains. Their motives are trash. Like, it's all just overall bad. And as I said before with the Gwen point, basically every emotional moment, or at least every emotional moment that we're supposed to like be shocked or something, is dumbed down by the jokes, and the plot itself doesn't take itself seriously. It's all just jokes and Ben becoming a shape-shifting TikToker. Let's talk about a little bit of context. For those of you who don't know, Grandpa Max, for example, is a former plumber that retired to be with his grandsons, but then again has to come back to the job thanks to Ben finding the Omnitrix, villains tracking him down to take the Omnitrix, evil villains trying to take over the world, blah 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 blah. Gwen is the cousin who is smart, and she can hack, she knows karate, and she's actually useful. She's also learning some magic, which actually makes her useful in some plots, for example against Charmcaster or when Ben is in trouble. Kevin is a maniac, basically, who likes to steal, he's a street rat, and likes to torment others when he has power. His power hunger grows so much that he becomes a mutant at the age of 11 and blames Ben for him because he doesn't take any responsibilities. All of these made the series interesting and actually gave it a little bit more of that shock value because we never knew what would happen next. In the reboot, that is totally missing. Some people argue that the Ben 10 and Gwen dynamic can get boring because they're fighting for things that aren't important. Like, we gotta remember that it's a 10-year-old and an 11-year-old. They're not gonna fight for political differences or world problems. They're gonna fight for stupid stuff. But then again, whenever a situation came up where one of them was in trouble, we actually could see how much they cared for each other. Same for Max. Max had a lot of weird tastes, especially in food, and basically his past was never fully shown. They just said that, he's just wise. He knows about alien devices. Well, it's because his Grandpa Max, he's smart, he's probably seen some shit. But when we find out that he was a plumber, it becomes more clear and actually gives us that shock because who would have suspected that? Let's also talk about something else. The thing that made Ben sort of cool after season 1, after we know, Ben can turn into aliens and do this stuff and blah 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 blah, was the fact that he almost never got the alien he wanted and had to come up with ways to save the day while also trying to survive because he never got the alien he wanted. In the reboot, I think there are 4 upgrades that he gets. Because I know we have Omni Enhanced, which is basically an alien that infected other aliens and give them some extra shit. Like, nobody cares. We have Omni Kicks, which gives the aliens armor. Why? Like, there are aliens that can fend for themselves and actually don't need any armor. And again, it takes away the survivability and Ben being clever. Like, it's just, I'm in danger, Omni Kicks, because why not? We have Omni Knot, which is giving them spacesuits. He has jet ray. He can fly in space. Like, why is this necessary? Also, why would you have a spacesuit on Earth? It's just completely stupid. And also, we have the power of bullshit. What is the power of bullshit, you may ask? Well, in one episode, or I think it was a movie, which would make it worse, Ben literally says, oh, I've been pushing down the Omnitrix, so what happens if I pull it up? And it works. And he unlocks more aliens. So that, my friends, is the power of bullshit. It actually takes away all of the survivability, all the clever qualities of Ben, and just, oh, I can't solve something? I got a new upgrade. Yes, because why? Horrible writing. And last but not least, they completely ruined Ben 10,000, which in the previous videos, I said that he was the peak of Ben 10. And in here, he's just adult garbage. Because, again, horrible writing. And they also ruined Alien X. You know, the universal reality warping god. Well, yeah, he got knocked out by forearms. That's like saying a human got knocked out by an ant. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm actually enjoying the support and the views. And I also got like 87 followers, so thank you. I never expected to go from 50. Like, I literally just expected 50 followers. So you guys blew away my expectations. Thank you guys so much. If you like this video, please, again, like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And comment down below what would you like to see next. Till the next time, bye.